Hey, Hannah. Hey, Brianna, look at this. Hannah, look at. Are they the cutest? And the color of the day, Silvana, you will go apeshit for. They are Little Stitch. Brianne, I'm back. I'm trying to sleep, but I can't. Brianne, let me observe this, and you all tell me if this is true. Look at Hannah. The color of the day is white, Little Stitch. I got all new ones. They're white and I got pink with Angel. I haven't seen you in a while on my For You page. There you go, Kimber. It's opening back up. Our videos are picking up views. Brianna, a lot of you are saying that. We were on our backup account. Brianna, we went from 7,000 to 20,000 on the backup. That's where we were. And the reason was we are still slightly shadow banned. Does shadow banning exist? Yes, Brianna. We made influencer. We are an official influencer. I could hire Silvana to actually work for me on taxes and everything. Like, we actually slayed it. Shadow banning means, all right, Silvana, real quick. Last year, we were doing 1 million likes a night. We were doing 1,300. The most we had 8. Brianna, we had 8,300 in our chat. There's a video. I got the screenshots and everything. 8,300. We were gigantic. We did almost 100K followers in under a year. And then Emily kept getting strikes. Silvana, if you get 3 of the same incident, say you get a strike for arguing, and then you get 2 more, or say you get a warning for arguing. Every 2 warnings is a strike. Every strike counts as 1. You're only allowed 3 from the same topic, and then your account is banned forever. I missed my EBJ content. Hannah, you're in luck. We have new songs, we have new content, we have new videos. So if I get a strike for suggestive content, and I get 2 more strikes for suggestive content, I'm gone. It's 3 of the same thing. So what happened, Brianna, Kimber, everyone knew, we ended up getting 14 strikes. None of them were 3 of the same thing. Now let me tell you what happens. Have any of you girls noticed if you get in trouble, your views drop? Have you noticed every time you get a strike, something is masked? What that means is, normally my video views, if you scroll back, they were 800 to 1 million views a night, every night, 600,000. After 14 strikes, this is what they do. This is your account, right? Hold on, let me show you. Hold on, let me fix this goal, Kimber. We almost hit our goal. We were 1 shy. We're killing it. Let me show you, Brianne. Everybody give me 1 second. I need these fairy wings. I bet you do. You've always been a fairy. Emily, you should talk. You're the lesbian. All right, hold on. Stop fighting. We're not going to fight on TikTok. Can do it later. All right, where are the wings? There they are. All right. So, anyway, okay, so check it out, guys. So, picture this. This is what, hold on, Brianne, Silvana, this is what my TikTok was like. 3 strikes. 3 more strikes. 3 more. Right here. Bonnie XO, 1 million likes a night. Everyone in the world sees us. They start to cover. Nobody gets notified. They start to mask my video views. They will literally cover you. Like you will not get seen. All of a sudden, more. For instance, right now, every time I get 100 followers in my inbox, my number doesn't move. I've been at 82.4 for months. I've been in trouble now 9.5 months, but it's slowly letting up. So what did I learn? We learned to respect TikTok, to be risque but follow the guidelines, and to do what we do without getting in trouble. Yes, you can make a living. We are an influencer. We still survive and slay it better than any job. Every week after 50K, Brianna, you get paid for your video views. You get money for they take care of you good. We have 200 subscribers almost with both accounts. We're doing great, but we're masked. You guys can see everyone comes in and they're like, where are you? Where have you been? It's slowly letting up as we get less and less in trouble. The more you prove to them you're done screwing up, the more it opens up. And I hope that helps you guys with shadow banning. Emil, I got a warning. What does it mean? It means if you get one more warning in 90 days for that same issue, you're getting a strike. If you get a strike, 90 days to the exact day you get your strike, it will disappear. I've watched them go on the 90th day. They keep their word. 90 days. Now, if you're like Brittany, and she had a t-shirt on, and she accidentally slipped out, they went right to giving her an account ban warning. If you have an account ban warning, that's as far as it gets. One more anything. Normally, it's anything of the same topic, but if you get one more anything, you're gone. They ban it right off TikTok. They shut you out. Your money's gone that was in there. They don't care. They take everything because you break the rules. So what have we learned? We learned to be respectful. We never read the guidelines. As Emily, I was a jerk. I said, I'm not reading them. I'm still going to make it. I'll break the rules. Well, I was an idiot because we would have helped millions of more people if we didn't get in trouble. But the good news is I read the guidelines. I read all of the rules, and we're doing great again. We're rising up. Every single night, guys, every single night, though, we have actually, they don't, here's the thing, Cooperton. I had over $1,000 in there, and I got banned the one time. I had to email them and write them letters, and I actually got TikTok, and they gave me back my account. Renee, don't go yet. You want to hear this song? This song is the song I wrote. If you look over my right shoulder for Gavin and Tyler. Anyway, Renee, I had $1,000 on my balance. Every Wednesday we get paid. Doesn't matter. We don't need to speak about what we make. We're not arrogant. We're humble. Stay humble. Stay humble. And you will make it. Anyway, so there's a reason we're tattooed. Yes, we've learned so much and we can help you. So what happened was, when they banned me permanently, I didn't have a PayPal yet. I didn't have my PayPal set up. That's why my money was taken. But, yeah, Silvana, you want to hear something funny, Kimber? Me and Silvana, I called her one night in the UK, and I talked to her. I helped her out. She helped me out. Yes, we did. We were there for each other. We adore this girl. And then I get my phone bill, $350. And I'm like, what the fuck? What did I do? And it says calls internationally to the UK. So, if you're all wondering, was Silvana worth it? Yes, in a heartbeat. We just swipe our phone and paid it. She was worth it in a heartbeat. And I hope that shows you how much EEBJ loves their fans. We love her to death. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. She's a sweetheart. And yeah, we're real. Where is she now? She's right there, Silvana. Now, anyway, so we are going to do a song. And Andrea and all of you love those dances. and those heels. Now Maria saw her. Anyway, the song I wrote that is called Angels Do Exist. Whoever that angel might be, you guys love that song. And now, we are going to do another song. We'll lock it so nobody messes with you. And Silvana, you've heard it. A lot of you have not heard it. This song is called Replacement. I wrote this for Gavin and Tyler. Their father loves them very, very much. They are the breathing. Maria asked me the other day, what song lyrics, Emil, really meant the most to you? And I said, there's lyrics by the lead singer, Stained, that says, you're my shore when I'm lost at sea. You're my pill. And there's one that says, you're the only thing I like about me. If it wasn't for those two boys right there, those gorgeous twin boys, I wouldn't be here. Straight up. I gave up. I didn't want to do this. Not this. My life, I was bitter. I was angry. And it's funny because when you give up and you say, God, I'm coming home, God says, not a chance. I said, Timber, I did my crying. I said, Grandma, I'll see you soon. I said, God, I'm coming home. And I woke up in the ICU after a heart attack, after a stroke. I survived with AFib, which is gone completely now. I was almost a 3-time-a-day diabetic. My blood sugar was 680. When they got me, my blood sugar was 680. I was done. I gave up. And God said, not a chance. You're not going anywhere. Kimber, I woke up. My mom has a photo. I'm debating on showing you. I look like a skeleton. And I'm laying there with tubes and everything. And 3 of the biggest IVs that the world has of antibiotics are being pumped through me. I could barely speak. There were Bactrim, Keflex. They were pumping liquid antibiotics day and night to keep me alive. The doctor said, son, I don't know how you are here. I don't know how you're here. You shouldn't be here. When I went to court for my case, by the way, Kimber, if you guys want to know, are the cops badass? When I was found face down, Kayla had bailed me out of jail. I was in the hole. My brother had gotten in a fight with me, and I teamed up bad. My brother Daniel, real bad. I regret it, because I love my brother. But he came at me. It wasn't the time to come at me. And I picked him up bad. Well, I went to jail. And he didn't press charges. My mom said, you better not. Anyway, I ended up in the hole. I was strapped to the chair. I was naked. I thought everyone was coming after me. I was literally, everybody in the hole is yelling, hey, Emil. Hey, Emil, come smudge. Hey, Emil, you take my girl again, bitch? You remember me? I didn't answer any of them. Yo, let me out of this cell, Hordeski. Hordeski, when I get out of this cell, I'm out. You want this is Lackawanna. I didn't answer anybody. Come on. They're all doing their time. They ain't doing jack shit. They're all detoxing. They're all mad. They're all angry. Let them do their thing. I don't give two shit what anybody says. I'm in the hole, and I'm detoxing. I'm in the chair. Then they put you in there for 4 hours. And it was crazy, Kimber, because everybody that's in the chair usually bitches and yells and screams. They have me on video. The sergeant said he walked by the screen and he said, how's Hordeski? And the cop said, look at this. He's done this for the last 3 hours. I was in the chair and I was like this. And he said he never seen anything like it. My schmuck, we have nothing on. Nate, I didn't flinch. I didn't move. I just stared right at them. He comes in 4 hours later, takes me out of the chair. They put me in a turtle suit, and I'm in the hole. I'm ready to detox, one of the hardest detoxes of my life. By day 3, Kimber, I was aching in my cell. What I did was I bent my neck against my bunk, so I had pressure on me to try to kill the nerves. I just locked my hands in my legs and basically screamed in my head all through the vents. Hey, Hordeski, I got a message from you saying, years ago, you remember me? You messaged me and said, meet me at Taco Bell. I go down to Taco Bell and the SWAT team's there. Thanks a lot, man. I never did that. I didn't message. I've never sold anyone out of my life, ever. Didn't answer them. I think they were just trying to push my buttons. In the hole, there's nothing you can do. You know, they're yelling, one guy's like, hey, Emil. Everybody, let me tell you what Emil did with my girl. Let me tell you why I'm in here. Why I had nothing to do with any of them. And then I remember the one girl, and I'm thinking, yeah, bro, she came to me and said she didn't want you, she didn't want anything. But I'm like, let it go, Emil. You're detoxing. Get ready to man up. Kimber, I would take my arm. Kalichi, he's a rapper. He has a song, and in his lyrics he says, so I would kick and I would wail on that concrete floor. Exactly, there's nothing you can do. And I took my arms, and what do you say often? Man up. I say also, man up is funny because I'm a lady. I'm a woman. And yes, this woman's pants are ripped. Yes, it's attractive. Yes, you're staring at it right now. Yes, you're looking. Even the haters. Yes, you're looking right now. Yes, you're curious if it's behind the mic. Yes, it was behind the mic. Now, anyway, so I take my arms, Kimber. I put them in my legs. I go around my leg and grab my ankle. And I would just sit there. No turtle suit. It's gigantic. It weighs down. I didn't want the turtle suit. Maria, if you're watching, babe, these are life-changing experiences. Let me tell you something. A girl very close to me, I'm not going to say who, says, you have a past. Listen to me. My past made me unbreakable. My past made me a warrior. My past made me a legend. I wouldn't trade it for anything. You can't hurt me. You can't break me. You probably could never take me. I could probably take 20 people at once. I'm not kidding. Because of the heart and the fight in me. Like it would never. Kimber, I'm going to tell you guys this story. I don't think any of you heard it, of how 8 guys from Patterson backed down to me. 8 guys from Patterson backed down to me. You would trade let me tell you something. You would trade your soul in a heart, your past in a heartbeat. Let me tell you something. If you did, you wouldn't be you. Yes, I would. You'd be a less version of you. Do you understand? If you change your past at all, you're not you. I don't want to be me. Yes, you do. Trust me. Emil, I'm homeless. Been there. Emil, I'm in an abusive relationship. Been there. Emil, you have no idea. I take so much Been there. Yeah, well, I'm on been there. Yeah, but you've never been on salt. Been there. Done it. You name it, I have done it. Straight up. Have you ever danced for men when you're not gay? Been there. There's nothing I have not done. And the reason I say this is, even though Gavin and Tyler, if I stayed with Vanessa and I played that role, there would never be Emily. There wouldn't have been all of this helping you guys. And if I did, we were different people. After we got married, I always had Emily and me. I was always confused what I do, but we fell in love so fast, and then now Vanessa has her 2 kids. They're gorgeous. She has her life. If I had tried to play that role, it wouldn't have been me. I wouldn't have messed up Gavin and Ty. Listen, I was already an addict. So even if I stayed with Ness, I don't know. They could still grow up. I made my choice without any history of addiction in my family. My dad and mom, everybody clean. They just had little things when they were teenagers. I chose to go hard and to go all in, because that's how I do everything in life. I give it heart and I go all in. And now that my addiction is over, I go all in a good way. My mother trusts me again, my family, but, and I said this to the girl that I like, but I am unbreakable. I had to be Kimber, I had to be dried out by my ankles, naked in a cell, screaming in my head. And not actually screaming, because then all the inmates start riling up, just dealing with life, just manning up, straight up, holding my heart. My beast, Kimber, I'm not kidding you. Like I said, right before we died, right before we went out, I kicked my sneakers off. It was 0 below. I'll never forget this. Green sneakers, little white ankle socks, and I looked down at my feet like this. The last thing I remember, Kimber, I went like this. I went like this. I felt the hypothermia coming up my, I felt the hypothermia coming up my leg. It was about here. I shit you not. If any of you had carbon monoxide poisoning and hypothermia, you can back this up. I felt the hypothermia coming up, and I knew it was a, guys, it wasn't peaceful. It was. I guess it was peaceful. I didn't feel anything. I knew it was it. I knew it was it. So I felt it, and I'll never forget, the last thing I would have said on this earth, and God says, not a chance. I remember saying, even though you're not there for Gavin and Tyler, they're going to grow up fucking legends. I said, even though you're copping out, you're worthless to them anyway. They don't need you. You're nothing. You got rid of all your talents. You're in a busted marriage that you have been in an addiction. You destroyed. I had a lot to deal with. And I remember, Emily, the last thing we would have said, I said, oh my God, look at my socks. Look how cute my feet look. Like, what a shame I'm leaving my feet. And I was out. Face down. I went face first behind the ice cream store in a wife beater, 0 below weather. The police officers, they were making their rounds again. They heard there was a situation at the Turkey Hill. So they made their round. They found me without my sneaks. They made their rounds, and right as they went around the ice cream store, I talked to the officer in court. Now remember, I didn't tell you how I got out of jail, so I'm in the hole. By the way, I use this story to inspire any of you, other addicts, other people. If you guys hear this, you're going to think, yeah, but we're really in, bro. We're on black tar. I have been on all of it. You can get out. You got to dry out. You got to want it. You got to hold on. I mean it. You have to hold your heart and you have to man up. It's going to suck at first, but it does leave. There is a cloud. I call it the cloud. It's lingering on you right now. And that cloud makes you think, my kids need to come to me. Pity me. I'm not going to them. Well, guess what? Years are going by. 5 years clean. Awesome. Congratulations. And, I'm not going to my mom and dad. They don't want me around because you're a junkie. We don't see this, though. Yeah, but a junkie's a disease, Emil. It is a disease. But you have free will. Any disease, listen, some diseases you can't change. Cancer, certain things you deal with. This disease, you can change. I don't care what you say. I'm going to tell you the main reason you all stay in. Are you ready? Selfishness. I know that sucks to hear, but that was me for 22 years. The main reason all of you stay in is selfishness. You don't care about your kids. Yes, I do. Yes, you do. You love them. And you're a good parent inside. But they have to come first. They didn't ask to be on this earth. And they didn't ask to be neglected. So what's that mean? That means it's your responsibility to man the fuck up. Straight up. That withdrawal, it isn't forever. But it hurts me. You're hurting them. But my body hurts. Their hearts hurt. Trust me. You can see how much it means to me. Let me show you guys something. Watch this. There was a time that these kids, meant everything to me. Satan always finds a way to get you guys. Always. To make you think you can't do something. Let me tell you. The reason I say this to all the addicts, one of our fans last year, she died at 16. Well, we knew her as a fan, and I told her, hold your heart, you're going to make it. But do I live with regrets with that situation? Let me tell you, Kimber, the aunt of that fan is a huge fan of ours. She's given so much while she was fighting to save her cousin. And now I wonder if she didn't give all these galaxies, and could she have spent more time and helped her? And I also remember the messages this aunt sent to me and said, can you message Jenna? I think she could use advice from you. And I said, I'm going to do it, and I didn't. So that one hits hard. That one hits really hard. Because I've never said that to you guys till now. I still have her messages. Emil, could you message Jenna? LOL, I know you're busy, but she could really use... Well, I did it. I was gonna and I did it. Would it have changed anything? I don't know. But I know this. Jenna is another one gone too early. And without Christ, another one in hell. Do we know that? We know that belief and faith are what are going to get you into paradise. And Kimber, all of a sudden, I'm in the hole, and I'm withdrawing, and all of a sudden, after I remember, I picked my brother up, there was BLOO all down the stairs, all down the house. Like, I just had it. Him and Megan, they were calling me names. They were pushing me. What they were doing is, Kimber, and you guys, no matter who you are, I know you hate this type of person. They were making my dad, I was losing it. I was in too far. And they were trying to make my dad believe it was all me. When in reality, they were using my stuff, and they were all doing it in this exact bedroom. This is where they lived, right here. They were doing it day and night, but they had a little better control because I had lost my mind. And what they were doing was, trying to make, so I finally I had enough. I knew they were lying to my dad. That night Dan said, tranny, 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 and he kept saying it. And I said, say it to my face. I'll never forget. And he came running from the hallway. He thought if he ran, he stood a chance. Well, I didn't look bad. Took him, choke slammed him, everything. And anyway, I went to jail for it with a smile on my face. I said, you should have left me alone. And when I did, the cops came in, they grabbed me, said, Hordesky, here we go again. You know, you got to get clean, man. All your freestyle. I was in the back of the car freaking out. And then when we got to the police barracks, they asked me to freestyle. So I did. And he said, buddy, all your talents, you know, I know you got into it with your brother, but you don't want to do this. And I looked at the cop and I said, listen, in the nicest way, fucking take me to jail. Seriously. Do your job. Take me to jail. I don't want to talk. I was mad. Anyway, Kimber, so back to the story in the hole. So we're in the hole. My tray just came. I don't care what you guys think of jail food. On the outside, it has, somehow jail has an ability. You all agree with this, who went to jail. Somehow jail has an ability that when an addict comes from the street, I remember they put me in the holding cell. On the outside, I had food everywhere, and I didn't use any of it. I just got rocked, you know? And I got sicker, and I'd get hungry, and I wouldn't eat. But man, officers are smart. When they locked that cell, all I wanted was that bagged lunch. I mean, once I knew, all right, you're in jail. You don't have an option to get rocked. You want to eat, like eat, dude. You haven't ate. And that little bologna sandwich and that milk, I don't even drink milk. And I don't eat apples because of my teeth. I grabbed that bag and I devoured it. But it took locking that jail cell for me to be hungry again. What does that mean? That means jail was my savior. That means Satan is on the outside. And more than ever, even though jail, Satan's in there too. On the outside, Satan is very tempting and convincing. But once that cell door shut, I said, can I please get my lunch? He said, Hordesky, I'll try to get you 2 lunches. And he did. And all I wanted was that bologna sandwich. I remember sitting there thinking, Gavin and Tyler were better off without me. This is it. I said, I'm going to get out. And when I get out, Kimber, I said, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to just bomb one after the other. Vanessa gets to win. Fuck TikTok. They're going to tell everybody he went out like a coward. They're going to tell everyone he didn't change for his kids. Vanessa and her grandma are going to laugh and say, see, boys, I told you Dad wouldn't change. All this. So I did it. I got out. And now we're back. Before I tell you what happened, I was in the hole. I had just seen the psych doctor. The reason I saw the psych doctor, he had to clear me before I could get my clothes back. You don't get your clothes back unless you are able to wear them without hurting yourself. They won't give you nothing, which is smart. Give it up for our correctional officers. Give it up for our government. Give it up for our cops. Give it up for our EMTs. Because I know I wouldn't be here if it weren't for law enforcement. I mean it. All you that serve, all our officers. Because I wouldn't be here. So, I was in the hole. And, I was right. We only sick gaming. We only hate them when we're using. Am I right? The popo. These are wannabe sea-walking gangsters. Or swastika. These are people like this. You know, no offense. The only time we hate the popo is when we're doing something wrong. Emil, are you going to man up? Yeah, I'll man up. Well, we're going to come for you. Bring it. I'm telling facts. I don't care what any of you gotta say. And anyway, so then I as I'm in my jail cell and I see the psych doctor and I tell him we all got a past, and trust me, I got a wild past. And that's why it's past. My mother, everyone, Maria, I told them all, it's over. That guy doesn't exist. But Emil, I use my stories to save lives. If you don't believe me, I can read you message after message after message. You got me through the death of my mother. You helped me get through the death of my daughter. Emil, I lost my son last week. You're the only thing that kept me going. I watch your live every night. You're keeping me sober. I'm helping people. This is what I do now because I destroyed enough lives and I lost enough lives. And I was in my cell and I get a knock on my jail door. God had a plan for all of this. It all went the way God wanted it to. And even though we have free will, I argue with Christians all the time on this. Emil, I'm a Christian, but if we have free will and God knows, how is it free will? You still have free will. He created the universe. He knows everything. But then how is it free will? You still make your choices and you're still held accountable for every choice you make. Just like with the law, just like everything. I really needed this. Thank you. Maria, I hope you're here. All you guys, we're getting better and bigger again. And let me tell you why, because I'm real. The reason we get these amazing lives and numbers is because I don't care to hype. I'm not fake. I don't care about the views. That's why we get bigger. Everyone's like, wait a minute, this dude's real. There's actually an appeal to his content. He's got a great family. They're sexy as hell. They're adorable. They're seductive. They're fun. We are. We're everything. My whole life I've been told you're going to be a legend. Kimber, I'll never forget. I go in the pharmacy to get my meds. I watched the pharmacist's wife. I'm still outside. We're going in the door. I see him. The wife looks at her husband. She looks out the door and she comes running. Kayla's like, what is this lady? She goes right by Kayla and she says, she hugs me and she leans over my shoulder and she says, get ready. We're all with you. You're going to do amazing things. And she walks back in. And when I left, she smiled at me. I don't know who she is. I've never seen her again. And I have no idea what she meant other than this. My whole life, people like Devin, there's people that come in my life. And Devin told me, God sent me right to you. And I said, Devin, you know that's true because, and she said, how? I said, because I saw you coming. She's like, what are you talking about? How? I already knew she was coming in my path to help me better myself. My whole life, people have at rehab by the second week. Temple can verify. By the second week in rehab, guys were holding doors for me. They were pulling out seats like they would for a girl, but it wasn't weird. All the women and the men said, you pulled us right to you. And all the men said, you're a modern day Jesus Christ. We want to do this for you. Let me pull out your seat. And these were big guys. None of it was gay, not that it would matter. And there were gay friends, but these people just said, we have to do this. We want to. You're a modern day Jesus Christ. I had these two big guys, these two real big guys in rehab, and they said, we want to protect you. I said, what do you mean? And the guy was actually, people were like, what? And the guy says, down the road, we're going to be your security. Two of us. We're going to be there, Emil. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then, yeah, Perry, listen, I'm dead honest. You guys can see this. And, you know, we're different. We're all female. We're adorable. Jesus obviously wasn't this. But there was Samson, who loved the women. You know Samson. He loved all the women. He was unbreakable. He had long hair. He was gorgeous, yet beautiful, yet masculine, yet feminine. Are we a modern day Samson? I don't know, but I use my platform to help. When we go too far or get a strike or the haters get to us, that's Satan. I'm not using anymore. So how does Satan destroy my life now? Well, he always figures out ways to try to get to me. You know, somebody said about Megan the other day, somebody said, yeah, you get it, Kimber. Somebody said the other day about Megan, why on earth does she hate you so much? My dad said, Vanessa, yeah, you were a little behind on child support. Every junkie is. David said it. You've never done a thing to Vanessa other than build her up, get her 16,000 followers, tell the whole world she's amazing, and they still trash you? What reason? For their own benefit? What is their reason? Scared I'm gonna talk? Well, guess what? I'm not. I don't sell out for anything in the past. So what do you all, oh, you talk to mine? No, I don't. Get that shit out of here. Never existed, never happened. You can see how real I am, straight up. Everything I proved, Kimber, last night. You know, they are morons, straight up. These are people that, my brain level, Megan, everything we've ever done in life that she's like tried to compete with me, they lose every time. You know, Dad threw them out, gave me and Kayla the house, everything. Dad said, I know you're lying, because Daniel, I love him to death, but he's always got to be a snake. He's always got to be vile. See, I'm not. I'm straight up to your face. This is what it is. And if you don't believe me, Kimber, Brianna, all of you, do you think the videos with my nieces and my nephews and my family, you think they would all come back if I wasn't genuine? Not a chance. Naomi, my little niece, all of them. They're all here and trust me with their life because I'm real. And I'm telling you, so then in the hole, I get a knock on the door, Kimber. And by the way, these are educational. These stories aren't, no, they're not, Silvana. Dan told me he will never actually do it. He did it just to get her hopes up and take the best years of her life. Ouch. Ouch. Is that somebody scorned? Fuck yeah. My brother's ticked about a lot of things. Is that genius? It is if you're manipulative and twisted. Did it work? She's almost 50. I mean, he knows what he's doing. Let me tell you something. By the way, my mom and dad said after the video, they're embarrassed. She would try to say she's a Hordeski. Daniel, this gets back to you. Stop it. Because until you give her that title, which I know you never will, it's like a title for a car. It's never coming. She likes the car. It's beautiful. She thinks it's hers. She's going to own it, but you never get the title. I know my brother. And I know right now he will never marry her. And, anyway, by the way, he hasn't worked in 20 years. He gets whatever he wants. Literally, he hasn't worked in 20 years. He doesn't do work. She takes care of everything. You know what? An ex-addict, that's the way he wants to roll. Go for it. But I like challenges. I'm off welfare. I'm an influencer. I made $100,000 in 18 months. Give it up. I got out of jail, guys, an ex-junkie with nothing. I came home, Kimber, and my mother said, Emil, I know you did TikTok before you went to jail, And I know they liked you, but honey, get real. What are you going to be able to do for the bills? We need help. What are you going to do for a living? And I said, Mom, I'm going to go on TikTok. I'm going to make it as an influencer. I'm going to help thousands. And in return, I'm going to take care of everything. And guess what? Everything I gave, God gave back triple. And by the grace of God, I slayed it in 18 months. Everything. I haven't had one night, maybe one or two, ever under 100K likes. Ever. Unless the stupid algorithm is glitching. We know everything about it. But look, there's a reason. There's a reason, Kimber. I'm not cocky. There's a reason everyone gives. Because I'm selfless. I took my whole family for Christmas. Gave them almost a $2,000 Christmas. My mother cried. Said it was the best Christmas. And by the way, Daniel, and this is from your big brother, who already lit you up twice and never wanted to do that. And even as Emily, this is from your brother. Your mother's getting older. Like, our mother is 75. Tonight she was going to the bathroom and she fell. I was right there and I caught her. Her inner thigh locked up and she was screaming. And my dad started rubbing her thigh and he helped her go to bed. So, I'm going to tell you right now, bro, as your brother, all this petty crap that you're using as excuses as our parents get older, good luck living with it. Straight up. Because you have no reason other than your BS and your lies that you want to continue doing what you're doing to Mom. And all of us, we are 5 boys. I know we love my mother. She's the queen. My mother is the princess. We guard her. I would rip out, you could put my mom on the floor and put 40 guys with bats and my bare hands, and I will rip out and straight up. I would maul them. Not a chance. I love my mom, my sisters, my family. Daniel, whatever you're using that's clouding your judgment, get your shit together. Because Mom is getting older, and I don't know about you, I don't want to live with any of this on my head. And seriously, all you're doing is making excuses. And I haven't said this to you as a brother ever, and maybe you needed to hear this. Hey, what's up, guys? And you're going to like this, Kimber. And Megan, I say this to you too. And Dan, as your brother, I love you. And I'm different. And I've always been different. And you know that. And you're Megan's stupid secrets and your stupid rug secrets and we don't give a shit about. We're not going to sell you out. We don't care. We already would have did it. But you're all going to like this. Dan, you're 39. Megan, all I'm going to say to the two of you, and this is from a guy who's Emily and Jack and Beast, and I mean this in the nicest way. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. Because our mother is getting older. Our sisters are getting older. And in the nicest way to the two of you, grow up. Emo, you dance as a girl, so what? We help thousands. Well, just because you get older doesn't mean you're not turned on. Doesn't mean you're not. We know what we're doing. You figure out what the hell you're doing, Dan. Straight up. All of you. Any of you haters. Get a life. So, Kimber, so everybody, in closing to our story, which was an amazing live, Kimber. Awesome night. Sexy outfit. By the way, any outfit, you're going to love this. Any outfit we wear in the live, if you notice, I always make a comment video. One girl said, there he goes making comment videos about his looks again. You know what my answer was? All the comments we get are about how gorgeous we look. It's not our fault. Our fans love us, doll. Other TikTokers, they don't hear anything like this. Ever. All of a sudden, and that's where I ended with Dan and Megan. Grow up. Because Megan, in the video, you look sad. You look miserable. My dad said, what happened to her? She looks broken, miserable, depressed. I don't know about you, hon, but I don't want to live my life that way. So maybe if you grew up and you let go, Vanessa, too, grow up. I messed up, okay? But I've grown up in so many ways. So many ways. Yeah, we always do, Kimber. You'll be crying 1 minute and then... Oh my God. Wow. Not even kidding. They smell amazing. Now, anyway, somebody said the other night, LOL, Emily, what do they smell? Kimber, I don't know if you heard this. Somebody says the other night, okay, Emily, LOL, what do they smell like? My answer is, and straight up, that is my answer. They just make you, I can't explain it. You're 40 years old, you're on TikTok, you say that. Yes, that's my answer. I don't know why. My whole life I've heard it. It just literally does that. It just, straight up. That's what I smell it. It's not perfume, it's not, all my exes have said it. I love when Temple says to me, damn it, you have cuter feet than me. All my girlfriends have said, you actually, I hate saying this, because I'm a girl, but you, damn it, you actually have gorgeous feet and gorgeous and everything. You look better than I do. Now, back to seriousness. Don't cry. I mean, you're gonna cry. Kimber, all of you, you're gonna cry. Dan and Megan, if you could find that thing you lost, called a heart. Actually, if you could find that thing you lost, called a brain. But anyway, everyone will feel for this. So, I get a knock on my cell door, and the officer comes in and he goes, Hordesky, this isn't a good idea. This is where you need to be. I'm on the floor, Kimber. Totally get. And yes, if you're wondering, do you ever in jail? All the time. All the time. How? When we're in the dorms, you roll to your side. You roll to your side. You always face the wall. And then you, whatever you do. And then with your t-shirts, always, if you're wondering. By the way, Kimber, it was cute. All the cellmates, they can make anything. They take a t-shirt. You know, you got, what I love about jail is all the guys that think they have no talents. Let me tell you something. All the women that say they're busted and they're doing 20 years, it shows you what these women and men were actually capable of. I was in jail with the dude who took a t-shirt and he would make chokers and bracelets with diamonds and beads. And I'm like, what the fuck? He says, come into my store. I'm like, what? How did you do this? And the one guy's selling jump ropes and selling, and they have all this stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck? And the guy says, yeah, well, what I do, the one guy says, I take the Pop-Tart boxes, I shred them, I weave them, and I actually make baskets. And what I do is I dye them so you don't see the colors on the popcorn box. And then I put paper mache and make it. I mean, Kimber, these baskets look better than the They even made me panties, Kimber. They made me panties. So you only get boxers, and you can't get the girls. I wish, but so I didn't like wearing what I was wearing. So my friend, they actually I can't even explain it. They actually got them cut, They looked just like girls' underwear. They made me 3 pairs, and then they laced them. I don't know how they did it. They were laced with different colors. It was unbelievable. I still have a pair somewhere, but... And guys, we still have our jail Reeboks. We still have our jail Reeboks. Anyway, Kimber, this is building up to something huge. After 100K, we're going to go surprise my dad. Everybody, he's up all night. And if not, he's going to wake up when I give him the beast. And I'll show you our new ceiling fan. Dad woke me up yesterday. I owe him one. So anyway, everybody double click. So Kimber, I get a knock on the door, Brittany, of my jail cell. And the officer says, Hordeski, you know this is where you need to be, but damn, that girl loves you. He slid it in, and he goes, what's that? You probably shouldn't say this, but I was in jail in Florida, and they make some crazy shit. There you go, girl. We're honest about everything. I mean, I had a kid. Oh, it was terrible. Anyway, we don't want to get too sidetracked. Anyway, so I get a knock on the door. We're getting ready to say goodnight, guys. Everybody light it up. Let's blow our 100K in my cute little red socks. I made the whole world in 18, 19 months, Kimber. You saw the video. The guy got 16,000 hearts, over 1 million views. And if you didn't watch him, Kimber, what he's doing is they're all wearing socks and they have toilet paper in their socks because all these guys don't have ruffled socks. And they're all imitating me with toilet paper in their socks. Now, everybody does it that way. All the guys, the famous comedians. Yes, Kimber, that's called a press. That's a press where I put my foot down and press my toes. I do that for photos. Guys, between the photos, all the contacts that I keep lubricated, I wear different. These are me. All the stuff I have, all the outfits, all the drinks I line up, getting the guitar ready every night. You wouldn't believe it. By the way, we're going to do 2 really awesome songs. So anyway, guys, so Maria, I hope you're listening to this. Vicious, everybody click. So click, click, boom. And everybody, my patty cake. You know, you can be 40 years old and still be adorable. We're living proof, girls. You can see my patty cake. And so anyway, so we get a knock on the door. And 40 years old, Vicious, and Kimber, and Brianna, and Kai, in little white Stitch panties. Like, is that unbelievable or what? Right, Angel? Speaking of Angel, we have Stitch. We got pink ones with Stitch and Angel. So, I mean, as Jack, I don't speak a lot, but I can. If you ask Jack, is it weird? You know, you're 40 and you're wearing Stitch panties. I don't know how it isn't, but no, it isn't. It just fits with Emily. Like, we're meant to wear this. Like, I can't explain it. Everyone in jail even agreed. They said, you don't look gay. You don't look like you can't handle yourself. You look tough. But you actually look like you're made for this. The nail polish, the look. So Brittany, that is Logan. Logan got her own sticker. Me and Logan were off and on like 16 years. Logan is drop dead gorgeous. She's an example of how you girls can recover. Logan is my ex. She used to model. She is gorgeous. And we care about each other very much. That ship has sailed, but we were each other's forever. I actually met Logan. She was 15. Yes, I know what haters are going to say. But no, haters, not a chance. She was 15. I was a dishwasher. She was a waitress. At the time, I said, man, that's a pretty girl, but she's underage. I kept dishwashing. About 7 years, about 7 years later, she was 22. Maybe she was 20. I know she was over 19. Anyway, she found me. And Emil, I've thought about you all the time. And I'm Logan. I said, holy fuck, Brittany. She is. Logan is. Yeah, it's very hard to compare to Lo. I mean, there might be a girl now that knocks her out of the water, but Logan is drop dead gorgeous. And me cracking up, what's that, catching myself being a bit jealous. Brittany, you're still smoking too. And after, can you imagine if you have that tattoo, and while you have that tattoo, you and Sam actually get Emily? Like, it could happen. I might take a visit out there for you two just to rock your world. So, anyway, so I get a knock on my jail cell door, right? And he says, Hordeski, this isn't good for you right now. I dare, honey. But to be honest, Britt, I'd probably make you come here because I'm a queen. Even though all my women are queens, everybody does what Emily wants. That's just how it is. So, oh, by the way, Kimber, should I put my hair down? Do you guys want to see my hair down? So anyway, I get a knock at the door, and I open it up, the cell door opens, and a clipboard comes in. And all of a sudden, he throws my clothes in, my street clothes. He says, we're going to let you walk right out in the street clothes. Yes, Brett. I mean, could happen, straight up. And we live life where we're real. Like, we don't, like, we jump, if we like something, we actually jump at it. We don't say things and not mean them. Like, life is way too short. Way too short. I know a lot of you women have panic attacks, you have disabilities, you're bipolar, you're DID, you're worried. I know you can't stop your worrying. I know all you want is to be happy. I know, Emil, not all of us think that way. That's why we're here to help you guys. You can hide behind that camera. You can work on yourself. Brittany, so does Logan. So does Logan. I would calm her down and I would be there, and, that's a way of life. Women deal with stuff. After babies, they get hormones. Even if they don't have babies, they go through things. You gotta remember, I say this overall, and this isn't sucking up. We don't have to suck up to anyone. You know that. And I say this to all the men, and you're gonna hate hearing this, but women are the most precious thing on this planet. Straight up. That is just the truth. Women are precious. They are something you cherish. They are something that needs us. They are something that is amazing. And they are something that you have to actually take care of and cherish. They are not meant to be hurt. Yes, who runs the world? Girls. Who runs the world? Girls. Who runs the world? Girls. Women carry our kids, and when they do, they need you. They change after that. I saw with Vanessa, even Vanessa told me I didn't mean to. Things happen with hormones, with the way she used to be more sexual. But when you love someone, you love her. Everything that comes with her. Because women change. Things happen. Personalities change. People change. Me and Logan went through permanent damage and addiction. Everyone does who's an addict. But without a doubt, and I say this for all men, and if you guys are being real, you're gonna agree. We're nothing without women. Straight up. Men, I'm gonna tell you a man's biggest fear. Who wants to know what women, somebody I care very much about, made a joke and said, all your viewing, all your, fans are mainly gorgeous women. All your fans, you're the only TikToker who, you have a lot of men. Men love you, they look up to you, they love your mute. But the majority of all your chat is always, all the people watching are gorgeous women. I could show you something. Kimber, the other night I said all the women watching that aren't in the chat right now, everybody message. And they all started messaging, like in the chat. They're all watching right now. Watch. If there's women out there that are new and haven't come in this chat yet, you guys should say hi. But anyway, I'm going to tell you a man's biggest fear. All the men watching, I know you, all right? I mean, we are more than one man. And even though we don't need to be to handle our women, we were blessed different. We think different. And I'm going to tell you, look at Brittany. There's Christine. She's brand new. Hi, Christine. Wow, you are gorgeous. We followed you back. All the women watching that aren't saying anything, say hi. Because I know there are thousands of you watching. So anyway, thanks, Christine. There you go. What's up, Lola? There's another one. Hey, Lola, look it. There's Kelly. Hey, Kelly. See what I mean, Kimber? They're all watching. What's up, Melissa? What's up, Skippy? Awesome. Hey, what's up, Seagull? Look at you. What's up, Loving Life? So, all you women watching, you're loving this, right? Hey, Eric. This is awesome. Let's keep going. Lola. Hey, God, look at all you guys. Hey, Sarah. Oh, you're not hiding, Sarah. You're gorgeous. We followed you. Everybody, look at. She says, oops. Oopsie. You see what I mean, haters? The people in the chat aren't all the ones watching. Everyone, Kimber. Hey, Jordan. What's up, E? Everybody, look at Melanie, Alana. Look at them all. Hey, Chantel. What's up, guys? So you're all there. You're all there. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. What's up, I'm that bitch? It's good to see all you women and all you guys. And we're going to write a book, Skippy. We actually are, after 100,000 followers. It's going to be called The Life of EBJ So Far. But there's got to be 2 books because right now we're living our best life and it's only going to get better and better and better. Melissa, thanks. So before I finish the story, all you women that came in the chat, and Kimber and everybody, you all want to know a guy's biggest fear. Brittany, you wouldn't read it. You would hope it's all pictures and you would all over it. So you'd be reading the stories like, oh my gosh. So, anyway, so I believe it would be a #1 bestseller. Melissa, what do you think? Kimber, I would have photos in there. All right, you want to know, Sarah? Call you Brittany. Well, honestly, I'll do whatever I want. And that's the attitude you women love. Seriously, I will lay you down and step on you. But don't worry, you get to step all over me, literally. I love to be kicked, stepped on. You have, oh my gosh, no idea. So anyway, so squish, exact Kimber, yes. Take those toes and those socks, just squish. Oh my gosh. I can take it till literally it basically pops. So anyway, so we have done some wild stuff. Wait, those stories are for another night. By the way, we never run out of stories. If you say Emil, how are you so entertained? Look, let's just be real, Melissa. Either we're a genius and we can make up stories on the spot, that are so genuine and real, or they're all genuine. They're all genuine. What's up, Terry? I'm going to tell everyone's a guy's biggest fear, and we're going to see if all the men agree. If all the men agree, and this is genius, Kimber, for Brian, for everyone. This is a man's biggest fear. Nice, nice, Nikki. Little smiley face. I like him skanky. What that means to me, skanky, if you want Emily style. By the way, to all my fans, to our huge chat, I'm going to say, Scoozy, cute little me. What started it all? Scoozy, cute little me. And here we go, Medusa. Before we finish, so my point is, Kimber, we have a photographic memory. Every day it gets clearer. So what that means, girls, is I have over 22 years and my whole life to tell you guys. Now you understand why it never gets boring. We're born to do this. And then every so many months we repeat the story. Kimber, you never heard the story of baby Rihanna, did you? Wait till you guys hear baby Rihanna. It happened in my addiction. It's not actually Rihanna, but it could have been. Just wait till you hear what happened. We're going to tell it tonight, okay? But we're almost at 100K. Everybody click. So this is a man's. I've heard it twice. It's amazing. Thanks, fishes. It really is, right? Kimber's going to get knocked on her. Wait till she hears this. Kimber, listen. I'm going to tell you all something, Melissa, that's going to break your heart. I go from adorable to shattering, even you guys. I was in a trap house where a dealer admitted to seeing these two girls come in. You know, they were walking by, and he thought they were hot. He didn't want them. This is a big black guy. So what he decided was, I'm going to hook them. You know, I'm going to come both just to ruin their lives. He said one was a white girl with a really promising future. Her family was rich. Now they don't talk to her. They threw her out. She lost her weight. She ripped her looks up, and he laughed. And he said another one was a little black girl no one cared about. And I said it was like Angel standing against Demon. As Jack, I can say this. This was Angel standing against Demon. And I looked him in the eyes as Emil. And he looked right back and he said, yeah, I hung them out for fun. I destroyed both their lives. And I wanted to, and he almost looked at me, these black eyes, like, what are you going to do, Emil? You're here too. What are you going to do? And they were both sitting on the couch, Kimber. And they were both 6 months, pregnant, straight up, 6 months, both of them. And they laughed because they got hooked up at the same time. And I said, what are they doing? And he said, they're going to take theirs. What do you expect? And I said, you can't do that. He said, Ordeski, do what you're doing and get the fuck out of here. And I sat down by the girls. He was watching me, but he was walking around. And I said, why are you doing this? He said, what are you, a good doer? What are you here for? Blah, blah, blah. And she said, you're using too. She said, we're giving these kids, we're chucking them as soon as we have them. And she said, so what? They're going to be born with headaches. They're going to be born sick. So what? They'll get over it. And I stopped because what could I say? I'm there with them. I'm not calling the cops to save them because I need to stay better. This is unsugar-coated. You all say I would have called C-Wyatt. No, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't have wanted raided. You're a junkie. Who cares about these girls? That's how everyone else sees it. And with all you moms, hold your babies, cherish them. Because there's a dark side out there that you can't imagine. And I remember thinking, these girls aren't like this. These girls, he admitted, were gorgeous. They were kind. And now their first two babies, they're laughing because they're going to pop them out and chuck them. And they're going to lie and tell everyone they're great kids, knowing they're damaged. And as I end this part, she said to me, yeah, we play a game with our shots. And I never should have asked, but I'm an addict, and I was sitting there too. And I said, what's the game? She said, every time we get our shots, we see whose baby goes crazier. And the other one laughed and said, my baby's been kicking like crazy. So you know it feels it. I sat there. It was one of the lowest points of my life. I didn't know what to do. I was a junkie. I was in fog. I remember looking. I am proud of me for having this thought. I looked around and I said, I could take him. He was strapped right here. He was strapped right here. And I remember saying, I could take him. I could definitely maybe get him down, but how am I going to get the one over there? What am I going to do? Save these girls and rescue these kids? They're already damaged. I'm not going to do anything. And I didn't. And I even came back and saw him a few more times. And we didn't even talk about it. But to this day, I wonder. I asked a friend who used to go to those places, and I don't know how to say this, but I asked the kid, and he said, I think I remember the two you're talking about. And I said, what? He goes, what? You want to know what happened with the kid? He goes, I don't know. He goes, but there's no longer two. And I said, what do you mean? He said, yeah, bro, one of them went out real bad. Nobody found her. She was down. And I said, oh, man. I said, he didn't even care. And he laughed. And I said, which one? He goes, well, it was either the black or the white one. What's it matter? You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn. Fucking A. Like I could have did something. I didn't do jack shit. So these stories, if you're all thinking, Emil, you were a piece of God, I was. But if it makes you feel better, I live with these. And to this day, it almost becomes unbearable, some of the things. But I know I can't go back. That is where addiction is a disease. Do you see? Because this Emil, right now, I would have fucked up every dealer in that place. I would have put that house up. I would have carried those girls out. But I'm not that Emil then. I would have manned up. I would have detoxed. But I'm not that person until I went through it. You know, guys, we can't save every baby. We can't save every life. But you know what I could have did different? I could have did what I'm doing now. No more lying. No more angle. Live life right and try my best. So, in closing, Kimber, if anyone wants to do a dance, by the way, so in closing to the big story, they knock on the jail cell. You can tell I'm messed. What do you want me to do? God, for some reason, only makes me cry when I'm live. That's another curse of what I did in my life. I can't shed a tear off alive. I cannot shed one tear. But when I'm live, I get fucked up instantly. Anyway, so before I tell you the story, all right, Kimber, I'm sorry. I know how hard that was to hear. I can't imagine being that little guy in that belly. But I want to believe one thing. I want to believe that because God knows the outcome of our lives, that I have a theory that the human might still think the baby was there, but if God knew the baby was never going to make it, I believe that in my heart, he already took that baby home. There's stories where little babies were accidentally in a house fire, and they were seen by the firefighter, and the baby wasn't even crying. The baby didn't make a sound. And I believe that's because Jesus took that baby home the second it felt anything. Anything. And you all know my theory. Listen, I hate to say this to women out there. I can compassion. I can feel for all of you who go through RAP. All of you. Man, I can imagine how you don't want any attachment. And I can imagine what it must feel like. But I will say this. 9 months will not kill you. I hate having to say this because a lot of my fans might get mad, but I lost a can't listen to me. No matter what, 9 months will not kill you. But then I'll have an attachment, then be a mom. But then I won't want it. Then give it up for adoption. But this world, right now, to make women think it is right to have an option, in my opinion, isn't as able. Because no matter what, 9 months you will be here. Trust me. But Emil, it will mess me up, but at least you're alive to feel it. You know what I mean? Well, Emil, why should I have to feel messed up if I do this? Well, because that baby didn't ask for you to make it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That baby didn't force you to do what you did. Well, what if it happened not by choice? Then you still have 9 months and then you can never have to see again. Emil, I got raped. I understand. I was too. A bunch of times in my life. Is it different for men? I don't know, but it sucked. Everything sucks like that. I can't imagine. But 9 months won't kill you. I love you all, and you all have free will. So if any of you say, Emil, I didn't do that, I did, I still love you to death. Every one of us, we make choices. Straight up. Every one of us, we make choices. Straight up. So don't think I don't like you as a fan because you had an abort. You're all good in my book. I don't judge any of you. I just tell you what I feel. Fair enough? All my women watching, all my men, I'm not here to judge any of you. I'm just here to tell you what I've been through and what I feel. You all will be judged by Christ just like me. One of my favorite things to say ever is only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. That is one of the most badass things on this planet. Vicious. If I knew you and you went through an sin, I would not think any different. I love you all to death. I will tell you this. And I know this sucks to hear. That's what makes you amazing. Thanks, Jenna. I will tell you this. And I know it sucks to hear. But I knew a girl who went through something like that. And then I knew a girl who didn't go through it, who just did it because she wanted to go to college. Let me tell you what happened. Both women, and this is from the women, both women that did it, they were never the same. She flunked out of college. She felt that baby forever. The other girl missed it, tore her up, Even though it was a horrible situation, she couldn't stop thinking about it. It destroyed both of them. The girl flunked out of college. The parents found out. She became a user. She was going to do criminal justice. She was going to be a lawyer. She was going to be awesome. She ended up hearing the baby in her dreams. She told me, Emil, it destroyed me. Biggest regret of my life. She flunked out. She lost everything. She became an IV user, and she still is to this day. So sometimes make sure that the choice right in front of you might not be the right choice. I agree with everything. Thanks, Christine. And Nikki, you're gorgeous, Christine. Thank you. All right. So now that that was said to all of our girls, this is what I want to say about guys. Women, you're all going to know the secret. Every man out there cannot deny this. Not one guy. Oh, the color of the day. See, Kimber, it snaps Emily right out. The color of the day. First, can you guess it? Look. Can you guess? What do you think it is? What is the color? Blue? No. Red? No. What do you think? No. Patricia, look again. Try to focus on what you mainly look at. Yes. It's white. Yes. They are white and they have stitch. Yes. They have ruffles and they are stitch. They're brand new. And if you want to see them fully, go to the Discord. Kimber can tell you. Right, Kimber? Vicious. We got to get you guys in the Discord, Patricia. Yes, you love that. Yes. The way I sit, Kimber, my stomach is always, but yes, my panties on my tumpy. On my tumpy. All right, guys. So, all the men, before we close, this is the biggest fear men have. Do any of you women want to guess? What is a man's biggest fear? Every man in America, every single man in America, in the world, I know what it is. Because I feel it, and we all feel it. Does anyone know? I'm paying $5,000. Buddy, listen. You don't have $5,000 or you wouldn't be on TikTok. And even if you did, you don't care about faith. You're using Stay Blessed for clout. Just like greatness. I give away money and then he takes it back when the video's over and nobody ever gets anything. And even in the event they give away money, they're doing it on camera. Thank you. We don't use Jesus as a joke. No offense. Saved. Saved. For by grace are we saved through faith. That not of itself. It's a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. We don't boast Jesus for views. We don't boast Jesus for clout. And we sure as hell don't pretend that, you are going to give 5K. All right, you're going bald, Misky? So what? Sinead O'Connor, that bitch. Straight up. Am I right? Oh, she means men. Oh, was that good or what? I forgot. Duh. That was good, right, Lauren? Hey, Misky, in the event, let me tell you, in the event you ever see me start to go bald, right, Misky? You're going to see the lead singer of the Cranberries You're going to see Sinead O'Connor. You're going to see Pink. You're going to see some. The second I notice this woman is losing her hair, I won't do extensions. I'm going to rock it gorgeous, whatever style I can. Straight up. But my dad is 71 with the full head of hair. No Misky. No, that's not it. What else? What else, guys? The biggest fear for a man on this earth, and I'm right, 99% of you are going to agree. And yes, we're going to go get my dad. And I'm going to show you guys the cats. And I'm going to show you the playroom. Who wants to see Gaga and Barbie? There it is. She got it. Night nurse, you got it. You got it, gorgeous. You're very smart. A man's biggest fear is dying alone. I shit you not. A man's biggest fear is growing old alone. I don't care what they tell you. Trust me. That is a man's biggest fear. Mikey, you haven't been through life enough to even know. Yes, I have. No, you haven't, bro. And even if you have, you're lying. Straight up. A man's biggest fear, I don't care. No, it's not. I want to grow old alone. No one wants to. Emil, I don't give a fuck. Yes, you do. Straight up. Vinny, I don't do this for your 22,000 TikTok clout bullshit. I'm legit. That is a man's biggest fear. Trust me. Trust me. Now. Nice. Good night, Kimber. You have an amazing night, gorgeous. All right, guys. So we're going to get my dad, and we're going to show you the playroom right now. And Vinny, listen. It's not a competition, and this isn't an argue. That is the answer. How old are you, buddy? How old are you? Are you older than me? No, I'm not. Well, then you don't know yet. Are you older than me? Yes. Well, then you're clueless. You're going to find out as you get older. Trust me. And all men won't admit it because they got to be tough. They got to be badass. We're not all feminine like Emily and Emil. We're more masculine and badass than you could ever be. But I'm telling you right now, that is a man's fear. All right, we're going to show you Barbie, Gaga, the playroom, and my dad. Let's close this out right now. So Kimber, I promised you I keep my word. We're going to show you. And Vinny, listen, I hope you're a fan. No hate, buddy. Everyone gets opinions in life. Everyone's entitled, but we kind of feel things different than other people. There's a reason we're loved all over this world. And when I tell you that is a man's biggest fear, what would you say? Oh, no, I want my Harley. My biggest fear is I want to see my mother. That's all fears that can come and go. But an overall fear, what man wants to grow up alone? Me, no, you don't. I don't care if I see my kid because you're using. See, all of you using will say, I don't care. I want to grow up alone. That's because you're not alone. You have Crystal. You have your addiction. Am I right? Straight up. Yeah, well, Vinny, if anyone doesn't have somebody, they're going to say, all I want is peace and Listen, anybody that says they want to grow up alone, they're on meds, they're on Mike. Either way, they're on meds, they're on addiction. Well, there you go, Vinny or Mike. That's your answer. You're not worried about it, bro. How are you going to answer, Mike, when you're married? Am I right? How are you going to answer that? You're worried about that. You're not. You're going to grow old with your girl. You're good. So your biggest fear wouldn't have to, it would change Mike, you should have said that. Your biggest fear would change because now you're married. But what if she left you and now Mike's alone again and you're getting older and you miss her? Do you think I could be right? Do you think I could be right? Your biggest fear is what? Growing old alone? It would be. Trust me. Trust me. Wondering if she has a new guy, am I ever going to find something like it? That's what it would be, bro. And that is what a guy's biggest fear always would be. Now, I know, Mike, I get that. But you also can't make an opinion when you have a wife. You know what I mean? Because you're not worried about that. You would have to see what it feels like without the wife. Hey, what's up, K. Smith? Now, he can make an opinion, but he can't feel. Never mind. All right, now, anyway, so, thanks, Mike. I appreciate all opinions. Now, yeah, but the problem with he hasn't always had a wife is it takes us a while in life to really know what we feel. Anyway, guys, back to it. A lot of men will agree, a lot will disagree. That's what men do. Now, anyway, so I get a knock on my jail door. He slides in a clipboard. Then we're going to go see my dad. This is it. He slides in it. I want you to know how amazing it is. I'm here for you guys. My brother Mike, he turned 36 yesterday. We all look way younger than we are, but I think David looks like he's in his 20s. But anyway, I haven't seen Daniel. I heard, yeah, you don't look 37. I didn't think you were 37. I heard Daniel was live the other night. I don't know what he looks like, but all of us Hordeskies, you're welcome. We're built thick. All of us Hordeskies are tanks. Daniel, you guys saw the video with all my brothers? Daniel's the one in the middle with the cut-off t-shirt. Girls used to say he looked like Brad Pitt. Megan took all of that. But now he looks, she is a girl. Listen to this. One time, this was said, and if she denies it, Mike, I still have the message, Kimber. I still have the message where she said this. She said, are you ready? And this isn't doing anything bad. This is just part of my example of addicts and what my brother is missing. Dan, I have a message still where she said, I would rather have him in withdrawal and sick all the time than have him better get his head back and leave me. Now, I'm his older brother. Did you hear that? I am his older brother. We were arguing one night, Megan and me. I have the message still. That's why I said, Megan, don't push these strings. Because I care about you, and Dan made his choice. But I have the message where you state, I would rather have him in withdrawal and sick all the time than have him get his head together and be better and leave me. Ouch. Ouch. That's a whole nother world of twisted. That's a whole nother world. And not the type of twisted I'm into. Thanks, Mike, for liking the live. I like your beard. And it's not weird because I am a girl. That's weird because I am a guy. Never mind. Thank you for the teddy bear. Now, Mike, you should do a dance. I'll make you a deal. You know how this works. If you do a dance, Mike, for 2 fairy wings, I'll put you and your wife on the guitar. If you want to, I'll give you a special. I'll do you and your wife. Well, wait a minute. You know what anyway, you know what I mean. Just because you have a micro doesn't matter. Well, we're not even going to comment. If I did, I would own it. I'd be like, ooh, right, Mike? I'd be like, look at you, you little minnow. Ooh, what are you going to do, minnow? But I don't. And it's already been proven. It's already been proven to 90% of the girls in these chats. Now, you know what we meant, Mike. So anyway, you guys have a sticker. Watch. Where is, you can tell it is all us. Where is Kimber? Kimber, will you post the leggings sticker? You can see clear as day. And that is normal. The leggings is normal, Mike. Where is that sticker? Now, you're in the bathroom dying laughing on, ooh, are you on the toilet? Listen, it might sound weird, but I love that. Mike, I know what everyone's going to say, but oh my God, when she sits on the, I have so many things as Emily that I just adore. It's like, drop. Yes, one of my favorites ever. Now, what sticker? The one in the leggings. There's one in the black leggings. And Mike, if you do 2 fairy wings, I'll put you both on the minnow, right? They're morons. If they, look, I'm going to be real, okay? Even Vanessa had me in addiction. No, Kimber, those are stockings. Kimber doesn't know because she hasn't had, no, Kimber, it actually shows us. Like, it actually shows us. Those are stockings. And they're cute, right? Yeah, Mike, if you do 2 fairy wings, they're like 2 galaxies. No, Kimber. Those aren't leggings. You have a good night, Mike. Have a good night. No, Misky. Those aren't leggings. Awesome. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. You'll love your dance and your names. We followed you, and congratulations on your 20,000. If that is your only account, keep going, because once you break 50K, Mike, we made influencer at 11 months. If you say, Emil, how did you make influencer if there's people with millions of followers who haven't made influencer? Mike, we made over 100 grand in over 18 months total. That's why we made influencer. At 11 months, everything changed on our TikTok. You'll see what I mean. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's no one's business. And Mike, there it is. There it is, Misky. Misky got it. Can you see it, Kimber? Can you guys see it or no? Can you see it? The one Misky posted. Oh, all right, Mike. Nice. Maybe we'll go live sometime. Well, thank you for the follows. And I'm sorry if we seemed heated. We just, opinions, we go back and forward. We're never, well, you know, you watch us. We're never serious. We're just kidding. All right, Shelby. Mike, if you want to hear the rest of the story, if you guys saw Lauren, go look at Misky's sticker. That is all us, and that is without even being fully us. So, I don't care what my exes say. Temple told you she's an ex that's honest. Oh. Yeah, that would, Yeah, Mike, maybe we can do that, buddy. And what's up, Trey? I love the name Trey. That is badass. Especially when it's spelled like that. Now, alright, so this is the end of the story. And by the way, Kimber, everyone, we're not gonna lie. We're big. I mean, I just showed a fan, one of the fans who loves us and adores us, and she's like, I knew it. Every hater's jaws would drop. But we don't have shit to prove to haters. Plus, we're more classy. We like somebody. Anyway, so, whoops. Where's my necklace? So anyway, so you want the rest of the story. So, in closing, on the story, after everything, and we went all over the place. The Rihanna story, honey, that's tonight. So make sure you're here. Hey, Nikki, it's not actually Rihanna. Look at you. Nikki, believe it or not, you are like Emil. You have a very, very cute picture. A very cute face. Kimber, we're always all over the place. Always. Yes, we will plan on a dance, yes. We normally, Mike, the only ones we battle, well, you have followers, well, we don't do it because of that reason. But coincidentally, we battled Guy with the Hair with 6 million. We battled Joker with 500,000. We could battle Mike maybe for fun. Yeah, we don't either. Alright, so, the Beast? You mean Beastie or Beast? Whoa. Oh my God, alright, we gotta get going so we can go surprise my dad. Alright, so anyway, in closing, they open up the jail door, they throw in my clothes. Kayla bailed me out. I signed my bail papers. I went to a hotel with Kayla. I wasn't supposed to go back to my dad's. I went back. I had a hidden stash. My goal was, Kayla didn't even know. Damn, she might not even know till this comes out. It wasn't me. It was the way I was feeling in my brain. The pistol damaged my brain. It damaged my psyche. I wanted to give up. So Kayla didn't even know this. So I grabbed everything. I had hidden. Megan and Dan had trashed the room. They knew when I went to jail I had a big stash, but nobody could find it. Anyway, I went back, I got my stash, we went to a hotel. Kayla thought we were going to have a normal night. I took off in a leather jacket. I jumped people's fences. Thanks, Mike. It was 0 below. I was freezing cold, but I went to Turkey Hill. I went in the bathroom. I juiced up. This is going to haunt you, Kimber. The way my brain thought at that time. I kept praying while I'm in the bathroom. The lady kept looking at me. I went in Turkey Hill twice. I went around all of it. If you know all of it, I was running around all that area. And anyway, I wanted to get to all of it. I wasn't there yet. I was running all over. And I went into Turkey Hill twice. My goal was, I asked for plastic spoons. Plastic spoons. I took everything and I left Kayla with nothing because I wanted Kayla to grow up and have a good life. And I knew she had just lost Chris and her mother, but I was a coward. And my psyche wasn't me in addiction. So I went in the Turkey Hill bathrooms and I prayed. She called the police. I was waiting to hear, hey, what are you doing? Open up the bathroom door. When they opened it, I was going to go like this. I wanted them to be in the bathroom. Straight up. That's what I wanted. That's how my brain was thinking. That's what Satan was doing to me, Mike. So I was in the Turkey Hill bathroom. They never showed up. By the grace of God, they never showed up. So I left there. She didn't call on me. So I had to get her to call the cops. So I went into someone's pool. I jumped their porch. Their sensor lights came on. The guy came out on his porch, so I hid in the pool. And then it ended in the dam. I was in the dam climbing across, 0 below, thinking everyone's after me, Kimber. It was actually incredibly sad. So as I was dying, I went in Turkey Hill, and I walked right in the back where the employees go. And I grabbed her coat, and she said, "Hey, what are you doing? You can't have my coat." I took a live wire. A live wire Mountain Dew was the last thing I wanted to drink. And I said this in another live. I don't know if any of you heard it, but I ran out of the Turkey Hill, and the guy came in. He said, "Yo, my friend called me, said you've been in and out of here. What are you doing, bro?" And I shoved him, and I took the live wire, and I said, "Call the fucking police," because I knew I wanted to be found. So they called the police. I'll never forget the live wire, Kimber. When I drank it, something none of you will ever experience, I was hypothermic. I already had tons of acne, tons of it. The best stuff that you think you could find. And I felt the live wire, ice cold, go down my throat and go, everything just crackled. I was getting hypothermic. It was a feeling that was unique as fuck, guys. I felt it crackle in my throat. It was ice cold Mountain Dew, ice cold person, all juiced up, hypothermic. It was just my end, you know? And I sat down, Kimber, and now we're back to where we were. Emily looked at our feet. We kicked off our shoes, and I said, damn, the last thing I said, "Grandma, I'm coming home." And then as Emily, I said, damn, those feet are adorable. I'm going to miss making people. And I went right out. I said, "Look at my little feet and sock." I was out. Face first. Now we were sitting like this, and right here was a heater. A big heater, but not a heater. Carbon monoxide. It was blowing all this warm air, so I said, if we're gonna die, let's do it here. Well, you see my knee? You guys all see it? Any of you doubting my story? My whole kneecap was burned off. Now, by the time the cops found me, I was sitting like this for no longer than 60 seconds, and the heat was so hot, it took my whole knee off. Down the road, I'll need surgeries. Down the road, we won't be able to dance for you. So we're enjoying every second we can. Doctors said I wouldn't walk on it. They said I needed all kinds of skin grafts. I never went to the doctor like an idiot. It actually healed up while I was using, Mike. My dad came upstairs and said, "You gotta go to a doctor. We can smell your knee. You're septic." I went to a doctor. They said, "You're septic. You're dying. You're done." This was after I failed at what I wanted. My blood sugar was 680. Anyway, if you know blood sugar, 680 is a diabetic. You're done. I was this close to being a 3-time-a-day diabetic, as much as you could. Anyway, I didn't want that. Thank God. No offense to anyone who has it. We all have problems we deal with. This is why I told you the story, Kimber. Law enforcement saved my fucking life. They showed up right as I had went out. I must have been, this is sad. You guys all think you're Emil, you're Emily, you're Jack. We were face down. You're Beast. We were found face down in our socks, in our jeans, blood everywhere. My kneecap had frozen to the pavement. It was glued to the cement. My arms were on my side. I had a big cut on my forehead. I smashed my nose. I went face down, and I was gone. When they found I was in here's what the doctor said. I went out for a little over a minute. I died. Then I kick-started. Something kick-started. Are you ready for this? And if you don't believe in miracles after this story, you're insane. The hypothermia kept me alive with the carbon monoxide. The carbon monoxide kept me alive with the hypothermia. If I didn't go up to that heater, I would have died. If I didn't go into the freezing water and become hypothermic, I would have died. They balanced each other out. I shit you not, guys. My kneecap was frozen to the cement. I was face down. All the officers know me from Lackawanna. They said, and these were the, first, the officers that found me were, Factoryville, I forget what county. Anyway, Kimber, they pulled their cruiser around. There's EBJ. Face down, my teeth were broken. On the tops, I had hit so hard. Face down, on my face. They stopped their cruiser. They threw the lights on. I thought getting 100 or 10,000 was a miracle. That is too. A miracle can be anything. Anyway, they threw the light on, Kimber. And they're like, holy shit, there's Emil. Remember, I just got bailed out. So this is the part I never told anyone, Kimber. When I was found face down, in my back of I had jeans like this. They were stretch jeans. They were tight, except they were, they were black. I used to keep the pants. They gave me them at the hospital. Anyway, Soggy, what you say? Hold on. Why do you ask weird stuff? The car? We're looking at, we have a few garages looking. Years ago, my dad got a $10,000 car from a garage. It turns out the guy brought cars from Rex. My mom drove it and gave it to my sister. It was a RAV4. It was a RAV something. It caught fire. Not even a year after we bought it. So we're making sure the mechanic looks at stuff. As of today, actually, after live, me and Dad might go a little later. But I went late tonight. It's almost 7, so I'll get to bed. Isn't it amazing, Kimber and all of you? You stayed all night. All night. Again. That's how good we are. And we're only going to get better. I could keep you here just with my socks and my color of the day. And you would all stay. So, anyway, in closing, the officers, they all got out, bitches. I know, I adore you, girl. You rode it out with me a long time. You're a legend, too. I like your photo. So anyway, Lauren, you too, all you girls, all you guys. Everyone is right. The majority of all my fans are gorgeous women. And it's funny because I'm a man and a woman. So you would be like, okay, if they're not gay, do they all love them still? Yes. The feminine appeal makes you all want it more. Where every girl has that fantasy where a man dresses as a woman. You know it. Well, we actually are that fantasy, which drives everyone nuts. So, anyway, Kimber, they got out of the car. They threw me in the cruiser. They cut all my clothes off. I was naked. The nurse said, you gotta get him naked. He's got to lay in your cruiser naked, or he's going to die. They brought an SUV cruiser. They turned on all their heaters. It was insane, guys. I was gone. I wasn't dead the whole time, but I was in a coma for 3 days. And then I woke up in ICU. And if you don't believe in miracles, tell me that isn't a miracle. And then all of a sudden, my mom is walking in. Can you imagine what it did to my poor mother? I probably took 10 years off her life right there. And she looks at me and she says, Emil, I'll never forget. She says, Emil, what are you doing? Where were you going? We're not ready to lose you. Gavin and Tyler aren't ready to lose you. What are you doing, Emil? You know what you did to us? And I said, Mom, was that last night? She said, no, that's over 3 days ago. Kayla's a wreck. Everyone's a wreck. They're losing their minds. Your whole family. And anyway, the reason I told all this to you guys, I went to court. And when I went to court, you have to see the officers. And the reason is I was on bail. Well, I had all that on me. You know what I mean? And that's a violation of my bail. Listen to this. I go into court. It gets better, Kimber. The officer, I'm walking in and I hear no. And I'm like, what? And these two guys turn around and there's two officers. He takes his hat off and he says, no way. And I said, hey, oh man. I said, are you the officers that saved my life? And they took their hats off and the officer's bawling. And he walks up to me and he says, you can't look like this. You were so gone. You are the only experience I will never, ever forget. And I walked up to him and I said, can I give you a hug? He said, please. No cops ever say this. And the one guy said, he's the one. He pointed to the guy and he said, he's the one who did, the most, he got all your clothes. I said, thank you. I said, oh man. I said, I'm a dad. I'm sorry. I didn't want to go. And I said, thank you for fighting to save my life. And the cop said, we fought hard, buddy. We fought hard. We turned on we did everything. We had to get you out of your clothes. And he said, well, it was all worth it looking at you now. And I said, really? We were in court. And the judge, I'll never forget, the judge took his glasses off. I saw him go like this. No joke. The judge went like this. And he takes his glasses. He says, Mr. Ordesky, are you ready? And I looked at the cops and I said, thank you for saving my life. I can't. Everything I do from this point forward, I owe to you guys. I went back there and I thanked them all and I shook their hands, and in the barracks, I showed right up at the police barracks and they let me in and it was awesome. It was a moment I'll never forget. My dad waited outside. He put his head down. Even my dad was emotional. He said, oh, this is going to be, this is going to pull on my heartstrings. And anyway, so everybody watching, in closing, we are right now a walking, talking, sexy Emily. Yes, sexy, a walking, talking, addictive. Ooh. We are a walking, talking miracle. And I go up to the podium, I go up to the thing, and it gets better. The judge couldn't lift his head for a minute. I swear on my sons. And then he lifts it. He says, Mr. Ordesky, he says, you just got bailed out that night. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I said, Your Honor, it was You know, I was depressed. He said it's a terrible, terrible, terrible rug. And I said, I know. And that's okay. And I said, it wasn't me, Your Honor. This was a little while after my court date came after. And I said, please don't lock me up. You know, I'm a dad. I gotta do this. I know now. I messed up. Well, I had over $1,000. I had over $1,000 on me. Straight up. At least over a G. And it was in my pocket. And I violated bail. The officer says, you know, you got a mother that, remember my knee. You all see my knee. I'm left with reminders. Thanks, Allie. And the officer says, you know, you got a mother that really, really loves you. She called everywhere looking for her son. And he says, we couldn't identify you in the police report. It said, because, you know, you weren't in the system. You didn't have any recent arrests. And even though I had an arrest with my brother I was in jail for, they couldn't figure out who I was. I had no ID on me or anything. Kimber, I was found in my little white ankle socks. They said we had to tear your socks off. I'm like, damn it. Should have left them on, even if I died. Anyway, so he says, the judge says to me, hey, good morning. Hey, Kendra. So the judge says, the guy says, Your Honor, we recommend light sentence. You know, Mr. Ordesky, you know, he obviously has his head on his shoulders. His parents said he never wanted any of that. And the judge says to me, Mr. Ordesky, you're going to walk out of here free. And I said, what? No cost of court, no fines, nothing. He said, Mr. Ordesky, I believe you aren't going to let me down. I believe you're going to do good things. And then he says, Mr. Ordesky, in all honesty, I know you learned your lesson, and I know you suffered enough. This case is adjourned. You're done. You're free to go. And I was like, what? Are you serious? My lawyer, the cops looked at me, gave me one last hug. I hugged that guy one more time. I said, I'm going to remember this forever. And he said, me too. It was awesome. I hugged the cop and I said, I'll remember this forever. And he said, me too. And, yeah. And, yeah, this judge, I couldn't believe it. I think it's because I was just arrested. I was just in jail. They had to videotape me before they put me in the chair. Before I went to the hall and went to the chair, I was videotaped losing my mind, and I think they all just felt terrible. Like, they knew I was just not myself. I was lost. I was binged out. And, guys, let me tell you, in closing, all your kids, all your daughters, all your mothers, all your fathers, don't give up on them. Don't give up on them. Everybody is in there. All right? I know I get emotional, but listen to me. Everybody's in there. Don't give up on your sons. Don't give up on your friends. Don't give up on your moms. Don't give up on your dad. Don't give up on your wives. Don't give up on your husbands. Don't give up on your daughters. And don't give up on your boys. Ever. Because I know, and Vanessa will hate me even saying this, because we put it out of our heads forever. But if that day ever comes where my kids need any help, I will fight with every last breath in me to get them back. Everything. Because a psychosis is a scary thing. When your mom and dad look at you guys and they say, I'm an addict, I want nothing to do with my daughter, they don't mean that. When your son looks at you and says, Mom, I don't want to see you, and you say, I know you're using, that's why. they all gotta dry out. And they might come back to you with no teeth, and they might come back to you with broken arms, and they might come back to you with battle scars, but at least they come back to you. Remember that. We're Emily.Emil.beast and Jack. Let's go. Now, welcome. Thanks, guys. I hope all you guys love that. Tonight was amazing. I was supposed to call somebody. But when I feel it in my heart, in my pants, I go with it. Remember that. If you feel it in your heart or your pants, you go with it. We have one song, guys, and then we are going to go show you the cats, and we're going to show you the playroom, and we're going to go get my dad and catch him. And if my mom should be in the kitchen, too, we'll try to bother my mom. All right. We're different. When she hears we went all night, my mom is never impressed because she tells me, Emil, you can do anything. I believe, they're all going to love you. It doesn't surprise me if the whole world showed up at her door and said, you're getting $1 billion. Emil's the most famous. Wouldn't surprise her. She knew one day I would do anything. This song is called Replacement. I hope you guys love that. Every single thing is true. Don't give up on anybody in addiction. Fight your hardest, because they're in there. And they don't want to be in there. Trust me. One use, and it takes your head by control. It's not your kid. It's not your dad, your mom, or your daughter. I remember when you were young. Tyler so beautiful and highly strung. Cabin so precious like your mom. Little man, your cast wouldn't stay on long. Cabin, you smoked so strong. We would rock to our favorite Hollywood on deck song. I never meant to hurt your mother. I love her unlike any other. Take care of each other, your little brother. Addiction made years pass, loneliness at last, a concept your father couldn't grasp. Boys, what do you want to be? Isn't anything like me? Or do you want a replacement of your father? 'Cause I could never blame you, although I did help name you. I'm sorry if I shamed you for the wild things I do. I love you, boys. Even if I pass away, you'll be able to watch these TikToks forever. Thanks to everybody promoting us and loving us. And at least, even if I died today, you'll know Dad loved us. To death. I turned around, now you're almost teens. Soon to be every girl's dream. And oh my God, my little boys turned 13. Your father's 2 years clean, and chunky and speed. Well, I've done things in addiction, I pray you never see it. I'm sorry I never took you fishing, boys. Christmases I'm missing, boys. Birthdays I keep skipping. Addiction made years pass, loneliness and lies, contact I couldn't grasp. Boys, what do you wanna be? Is it anything like me? Do you want a replacement of your father? 'Cause I could never blame you, although I did help name you. Thank you. Sorry if I shame you for the wild shit I will do. This next verse, it might choke you guys up, but remember, life's precious, and you can't go back. Just go forward. I remember one of you on each shoulder. The master says ain't no holder. The four of us curl up in bed as nights got colder. Remember the double strollers. The middleman got bolder. Gavin's heart colder. That's better with lies that told her. Sorry, I still got love to give. If God lets your dad live. 'Cause when I was strung out in addiction, I never imagined any of this. I doubt one day I'll see the beautiful brooms you'll be. Kiss your wives while you smile up at me. Hold their bellies and say, Dad, everything will be because you live in me. You always told me take care of Tyler, follow my dreams, boys. What are you gonna be? Is it anything like me? Or do you want a replacement of your father? Well, your dad is famous, made it on TikTok scene. EBJ and the Queen. I hope you know your father is fighting for all of his dreams and boys. What are you gonna be? Is it anything like me? Do you want a replacement of your father? 'Cause I could never blame you, although I did help name you. I'm sorry if I still shame you. You were always Daddy's little squirtles, but now you're Ninja Turtles. I'll help you over life's hurdles if you let me. You were always Daddy's little squirtles, but now you're Ninja Turtles. I'll help you over life's hurdles. I remember when you were young. Tyler so beautiful and highly strung. Gavin so precious like your mom. Hey guys, that was Replacement for Emily.Emil.beast and Jack. Thanks, Emma. You guys are gonna love. We have 15 songs. That was one of them. Do you guys want one encore? And then we'll go get the cats. That was awesome. I haven't heard your original music. Thank you. It makes me just want to roll around in myself. Only Emily can ruin that moment. You get it, Cat Wagon, right? Straight up. Especially when you're a little queen. Whoa! Shit! You fell backwards. Alright, now, others don't get it. They're insane. Alright, we'll give you an encore. Do you guys want to hear a brand new song? Angels Do Exist? It's already slaying it on TikTok. Everyone says it's our best song yet. We played it once. Angels Do Exist. Hey, Ruthie. Hi, sweetie. We're not going live with anyone. Thanks, Ruthie. Guys, this is us. No filters. I have no filters. Not on my volume. I don't have filters with the way I talk to you. And we don't have filters on right now. And I want you to know that we are EBJ. We're as genuine as it gets. And you're going to love us. Thank you. This is brand new. I wrote it for someone very special. And this is our second time. We might even make a second music video acoustic. We did it once on TikTok with screaming. There's screaming in it and it's very intense vocals. But the original is written acoustic like this. And it's for someone very special. And this song is called Angels Do Exist. Kimber! After this, we're going to go with the cats. Hey, mermaid, if you want to dance, look it. Yesterday, we danced a few dances. Last night, they're brand new. So, if you do if you do 2 fairy winks, 3 fairy winks, I wear my brand new high heels. And the dances are hot. My new ones. Echoing. I'll take care of that. Hang on, guys. Apologize to your father. Ooh, I will. Alright. This song is taking TikTok. Everybody really loves this song. There's other people using AI, auto-tunes, making bullshit-ass songs. This song is awesome. He lies about sobriety. Noah, we just showed more emotion and rawness than you showed in your whole fucking life. Not only that, my sons love me. Not only that, they can look at us and know we're sober, you moron. Obviously, Noah doesn't know anything about addiction. Maybe if he knew what he was talking about, and he Noah actually, moron, you can look at us and know we're sober. Everything in our life has just come together because we're sober. We are the best. Exactly, Noah. A drag-ass wish he was anybody on TikTok. Tries auto-tunes, tries AI, can't get anybody to watch them. Nobody views them. Nobody gives a crap. Maybe because you're fake, you're mean, and you're a fraud. We're honest, genuine, and real. People recognize real. Real recognizes real. All of you have real inside you. Don't fight it. Be who you really are. Yeah, but Emil, I'm gay. Stand up. Emil, I'm trans. Own it. Be who you're meant to be because I did too many years for others. And I'll tell you what, that would be the only regret I have. Wishing I had lived as us earlier. This is brand new. Get ready. Everybody get ready. This song is called Angels Do Exist. Then we're going to go get the cats. Promise. And then we're getting my dad, Kimber. This is Angels Do Exist. one of those songs that lights you up, and it's real. I'm gonna fall for all of this, everything that love commits. 'Cause you are living proof, girl, that angels do exist. And as we both fall head first, feeling like our hearts can burst, I promise I will take you at your best, and you'll take me at my worst. 'Cause you are living proof, girl, angels still walk the earth. And as I fall for all of this, and everything that love commits, 'cause baby, you are living proof, girl, that angels do exist. As we fall head first, risking that our hearts can burst. 'Cause baby, I will take you at your best, and I'll take you at your worst. Oh my God, when you're away. 'Cause you are living proof, girl, angels still walk the earth. And as we fall for all of this, and everything our love commits, 'cause baby, you are living proof, girl, that angels do exist. Welcome. Now, as we spread our wings and embark on beautiful things, a journey set for a queen and king, and my Aphrodite falls in love with Hercules. And as we both spread our wings and embark on beautiful things, she says, Emil, it's outrageous, baby, be courageous. Thank you. And she says, Emil, it's outrageous, baby, be courageous. The album will be done the end of this year. We have over 15 songs like these about my kids. All you guys will love them all. This is Angels Do Exist. Thank you. After the album, we will be on every streaming platform, just like we are viral. Sobriety really kicks ass, guys. I was a junkie and an addict for 22 years. You couldn't pay me to go back. Not with all the meth in the world. Not a chance. To see my son smile again like last year, all those 22 years can't touch that. Straight up. As we both fall head first feeling like our hearts can burst. 'Cause baby, I will take you at your best, and I'll take you at your worst. 'Cause you are living proof, girl. Angels still walk the earth. Haters wish they could even write a message, let alone write an entire album that rocks America. There's a reason we're hated on. People are miserable. People are jealous. People hate themselves. People don't want to stand the fuck up. People don't want to grow up. People don't want to man up. People sure as hell don't want to hold their hearts. They want to quit. They want to be cowards. They want to give up. We've seen real love. We've seen real magic. I've seen real miracles right in front of my eyes. And I'm going to help everybody I can. And Gavin and Tyler's dad, no matter how different, is going to leave an imprint on this world for the rest of their lives. Now sweet, both spread our wings and embark on beautiful things. The journey set for queen and king. Oh my Aphrodite, fall in love with Hercules. That is Angels Do Exist. That's 2 songs out of 15. Alright, we're Emily.Emil.beast.jack. Let's go see the cats. As we promised. Thank you all for an amazing night. Kimber, we're going to I think this is going to be hot. Yeah, what I'm going to do is, we're going to make the acoustic version of Angels Do Exist for someone special. We did it with Screaming, and everybody who loves Screamo loves it. But they want to hear it without the screaming, too. So, what we're wearing, Kimber, I think it would be a good music video. Emil's gonna strap the guitar on our back. We'll do the mic, we'll stand it up. We'll make you another video. Jazzy, you'll love it. And we're gonna actually wear these. And we're gonna actually stand up in our ruffled socks and these and make the music video. Cause, with the leather jacket. Because it's just the style we are. We are that style and we are that. Alright, guys. Let's go see the cats real quick. Let's see what they're doing. It was a long live, Kimber. An amazing way to start the week. Stay gorgeous. Stay gorgeous. Stay inspired. Stay adorable. Let's go scare my mom and dad. What do you say? And let's go see the cats. Everyone who hasn't seen Kimber, get ready for your screenshot. Ready? That's one of her favorites. Now, alright, cute little thing. Thank you. I love you all. I'm very precious. You wouldn't think at 220 pounds, 40 years old, and a born male, you could be such a little cutie that you want to cuddle and cherish. But I am. I'm Emily. All right, let's do it. Everybody, thank you for an awesome live. All right, Kimber, let's go get my dad and my mom. Come on. So, you come out of this door. Hey, Barbie. What are you doing, guys? For all the haters who try to tell you. So, let me show you. So, this is Gaga's bed. Right here. Hey, Bart. This is a chair they lay on. So, Kimber, I ran out of room. So, these are all stockings. These are drawers of stocking. But, so first, you never saw it. This is Emily's guitar. Bunny's on there. Everyone, if you look close, they're all names. This is Emily's. Gorgeous. When we didn't have a lot of money, somebody gifted me. This was the guitar that started it all. This is Emil's guitar. As you guys can see, pretty awesome. It was jam-packed. This is Emil's. We have TikTok celebrities on there, everybody. So, when you come from a small town and you light up TikTok, it's awesome. So, this is Barbie's bed. Here's where now they have bookshelves. They jump on and get exercise. They have a gorgeous litter box. Every month, I buy 4 bags of litter. They have a gorgeous water fountain that's cleaned weekly for their water. They have so many toys that I have to keep all their little toys because they make them look at Barbie. Hey, Barbie. So, let's get Gaga. She loves to look out the window. There she is. Hey, princess. You want to say hi? Hey, gorgeous. This is Princess Gaga. Hey, you? That's my baby. So that is Gaga. And right here, come here. Here is Barbie. This is Barbie. And Barbie is my first kitty from all the videos and everything. So, if you look, this is the room, Kimber. Haters try to tell you. So, it's actually gorgeous. It's an old bookshelf, yes, but I made them toys. So, Barbie pulls on these. He loves his little toys. And they have their bookshelves and everything. So, yeah, that's the cat's room. We have their brush. We have Febreze. We have Lysols. We take care of everything. There's all different sprays. And as you can see, it goes like that. And then you would walk the door into my room. Right there with the green. The reason I didn't remodel that door, when I was dealing with a lot of negative things like Sylvia, witches, and evil, I put the cross on that door to protect, and it always has. And it's been there. Alright, we're going to go get my dad. Hold on. I promised the fans I would surprise you. Can you say hi real quick? I'm still on. Oh, Dad, what button do I push? There we go. I got him. There he is.
You caught me.
But I know you're getting ready to go to bed, so I'll let you do that. All right, I just do my mom's new ceiling fan, which is gorgeous. And look at this, guys. We got Vanessa in here. Check it out. There's me and Vanessa, whether she denies it or not. I'm in the brown vest, and that's Vanessa. And as you can see, she's incredibly happy. And that is my family. And that's all of us. Yeah. All right. But whatever, that is what, Nomi's wedding? Alright, Dad, good night. Did you have a good night? Yeah, same here. Just getting done. Oh. Alright, guys, we're going back up. Hang on. So, let's see here. Alright. And now we are back. Hey, Barbie. You want to say goodnight to everybody? Back to the cat's room. Alright, hang on, guys. Whoa. Now you are back to our palace. Oh, not a verification. Hang on, guys. There we go. Back to our room. Alright, so, we got my dad. I got him. I don't know if you guys could see, but I caught him off guard with the roar. So, what did you guys think? Yeah, you'll see us again tonight. Let me see, Cat Waggy. Where you at? We will follow you. There you go. Yeah, my dad, yes, exactly. My mom, actually, they're both, my mom's bedroom, my uncle had a big bedroom on the first floor. And my dad actually wanted to be on the first floor to watch my mom, but here's why they don't sleep together. Obviously, Dad's up all night, and Mom sleeps all night. Mom gets up, Dad goes to bed. But they have these moments, guys. Check this out. At about 8:30 at night where they connect. Actually, sometimes earlier, Kimber. And they sit together and he rubs her shoulders. They watch their favorite shows. They love each other. Yes, we have our own bedroom. Nice for you. Nice. So do they. Mom and Dad have their own bed. Mom's room is gorgeous, but they don't sleep together because Dad drove truck and he's up all night, and Mom sleeps all night, and Dad's up all night, and so anyway, yes, exactly, but my dad looks at me and says, just because we're getting older, our stride goes up every year. And I said, I know, Dad, straight up. Also, my dad and Mom, they also, can't walk up the stairs. Well, they can, but they use their canes now. I mean, they can walk, but trying to go up and down to the master bedroom is stupid. Kimber, this isn't even the master bedroom. I didn't show you guys in the hallway. I have 3 other rooms that are mine, all 3. And I'm going to open the master bedroom, Kimber, and we're going to have another big suite where we do lives from. And we're working on the garage. We're turning it into an influencer's pad. So I've been doing all of this myself since getting sober. And we are slaying it, guys. And once our numbers start moving again and shadow banning's over, that's it. We are going to kill it. So everyone, thank you for a phenomenal live. God bless all of you. And Kimber, all of you guys, God bless you all. Exactly. Dad and Mom, I can't worry about, you see our staircase? We have a huge staircase. And haters, somebody was a dipshit and said, 40 years old and still living with your parents. And my answer is, duh. I don't want them to see a nursing home. I've always had super connections with my mom and dad. I could have left at any time. Instead, I took over the house. Literally, I take care of them. And I do everything I can for them because for 22 years, my mom and dad worried about me and struggled and wondered, is he okay? Is women, they can deal with it. I've been telling anybody, anyone will love us for taking care of them and know how real we are. And I still can have any women I want. It's my house. I can do whatever I want. So, in all honesty, when you watch me, right, guys, Kimber, let's just be honest. When you come in this live, it's happy, it's inviting, it turns you on. We're hot, we're fun, we're addictive. When you go in any hater's live, it's miserable, it's negative, it's jealousy, it's envy. Even Megan looks so broken and angry. I've never done anything to them. None of them. I just do my lives. I don't go to them. I don't go after them. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they do. And they're like, oh, ban EBJ. He helps thousands. Ban EBJ. They help. The jealousy is unbelievable. Just jealous that we make a living doing what we love. Maybe you guys would too if you would try and be genuine. You know what? When they say God gives good things to good people, they're not kidding. They are not kidding. But why would you not want to live? I would. Are you kidding me? And I know they're the golden years. Are you kidding me? Of course I would. But me and Vanessa, that ship has sailed forever. And on top of all of that, Gavin and Tyler are teenagers now. And they are doing their thing in their head where, you know how it is as a teenager, guys. When you're turning 13 and that's it. And, all I hear is you. Ooh, I like it. Now, Kimber, do you guys want one final song? Give you 3 in a row that kick ass? Who wants a final song? And then, Kimber, I'll give you a cute screenshot. Now, nothing is wrong with my voice tone. Actually, the opposite. If you're a fan and you know me, then you know I've had a raspy voice forever. All right, Kimber, let's give him one more. And then we're out of here. Tonight is going to be awesome. Guys, we're back tonight. Everyone, if you don't know us, we're Emily.Emil.beast.jack. Look for the acoustic special video in the red ruffled socks and the white high heels called Angels Do Exist. We're going to put it up for you guys today. This song is called Juliet. Look at JoJo. I can't wait until tonight's live. Every night I'm in the bedroom, and you guys are more excited than ever. You know what example? Because we're adorable. By the way, JoJo, I got new dresses. I got new tops, Kimber. I got new panties, which right now they are white stitch. They are white and they are stitch and they are silk. And my dad, if you saw how organized we are downstairs by the bathroom, we have a shelf, Kimber. It's got contacts. It's got solution. Every week we put different solution in 30 different contacts. We have all the clothes lined up. You guys have no idea. You actually have to do it like an actual business. We really are more together than haters try to make it out. We're very smart. You slay 100 grand. One night we made 2,200 in one night on TikTok. We are kicking ass. People love us. Never again will I try tea. Never again will I try tea. I'm good. Ever again. Honey, maybe. I drank so much green tea, destroyed my image for it forever. Kimber saw me. I was erratic. I was a jerk off. I didn't like my attitude. I was sweating. It was a nightmare. When I crashed, it was terrible. ET, though, is risky for us. We're very hyper. We found that out. What I mean is, it might not be the way we act, but it has to do, Kimber, with our insides. It was hurting my stomach. It was hurting my body. When the caffeine came out, it was, for us, we're very hyper already. We have gabapentin. We have gabapentin for my knee. I'm on gabapentin for my knee. Well, I have neuropathy. When I dance and stuff, I have to make sure my knee doesn't kick out. But, alright, let's do this. If you guys want another dance, you guys, JoJo, if you do a dance, listen, if anyone does a dance now, I will wear my heel. Yeah, well, we've been on gabapentin for years, don't worry. We know how to handle it. We don't abuse it. We don't do anything stupid, ever. This song is called Juliet. A love-struck Romeo sings the streets a serenade, laying every girl low with the love song that he made. We got married and love got buried a long time ago. I look into your eyes, Juliet, and I already know. We got married on fucked up things, broken hearts and two black lanes. The ending to a queen and a king. The wickedness in both our hearts, same evil to tear us apart. Now there's no time left to restart. And oh, our marriage is gonna be. Get rid of this jerk up. Flames. And oh, Romeo has been slain. And every night you pray, I pray for you. God protect this little girl and everything she'll do. And every night you cry, I cry too. We could drown ourselves in tears with wickedness we've known for years. Juliet, every time your heart aches, my heart breaks for you. You've already been through hell and back. I think that you're realizing that there's nothing that a beautiful girl can't do. And oh, yeah, JoJo! Nice! 2 more, we get to wear our heels. Thanks, JoJo. It's gonna be a hot dance. I'm married. Beauty radiates off you. Kimber, I love these lyrics. If I had to walk a mile in your little shoes, I would wear your cute little socks. Feel my feet start to kick rocks. And as I turn every block, asking God why she shouldn't stop. How can a girl be beautiful when she's born to lose? JoJo, I'll dance for you. You know I'm not gonna leave you hang. I have to. I feel that. I'll dance for you. Thank you. How can a girl be beautiful sobriety, but your head's telling you to use. Thanks, Karen. Every day that you get through is another day you'll never do. Little Juliet, we're so proud of you. And oh, my marriage has gone up in flames. And oh, Romeo has been slain. Every night you pray, I pray for you. God protect this little girl and everything she'll do. And every night you cry, I cry too. Thank you, honey. We could drown ourselves in tears with wickedness we know for years. Juliet, every time your heart aches, my heart breaks for you. You've already been through hell and back. I think that you're realizing that there's nothing that a beautiful girl can't do. So much beauty radiates off you. But little princess, life isn't a fairy tale. Sometimes there's evil killer whales. And little princess, life isn't a fairy tale. Sometimes the killer whales, they want to rip up her insides. When Romeo has died, nowhere left for Juliet to hide. Come inside, lowering our pride. Juliet, don't lie. Nowhere left for you to cry. Every night you pray, I'll pray for you. God protect this little girl and everything she'll do. And every night you cry, I cry too. We could drown ourselves in tears, wickedness we know for years. Juliet, every time your heart aches, mine breaks for you. Heidi, you've already been through hell and back. I think that you're realizing that there's nothing that a beautiful girl can't do. Beauty radiates off you. And oh, this is the ending to me and you. And oh, Juliet's, you're gonna make it through. Hey guys, we actually wrote those 3 songs about my sons, Juliet. Angels do exist. We have about 12, 13 others. And everyone kicks ass. You're gonna hear a bunch more tonight. Now we're gonna dance for JoJo, cause she wants to see me shake it, which the whole world does. So what we're going to do is dance, and then we are going to lock the chat and then open it up when we're done. so you can enjoy your dance. Jojo, the kindness goes a long way. I know when you gave that, you didn't mean by saying, oh, and then hoping Emily would give you a dance. You had no idea. That's why I'm dancing for you. Because you're a sweetheart. All right, guys, do we go rock or do we go super girly? And I'm going to leave my, let's go. Any ETA on the album? Yeah, actually, Tabby, soon. Like next few months, honey. It's called Track Marks. Wait till you see the cover. Timber, do you guys want an idea of what the cover is going to look like? Tabby, you're going to be able to listen to Juliet, but listen to this. Listen to this. All of you love us so much that you would love the album if it was just guitar. But it's not, Kimber. There's going to be drums. There's going to be bass. There's going to be everything. My dad's playing keyboard. You're going to get to hear drums. You're going to get to hear bass to all the songs. You're going to hear heart. You guys are going to fucking love it. It's going to be awesome. The album is probably going to be your guys' favorite album ever. Right up there with Ozzy and Skit. I'm not even kidding. It's Track Marks is going to be a badass album. I write, everyone says the writing and the vocals and the singing and just wait. And you know what sucks? Like, in all honesty, Kimber, you can tell we miss our brother. You can tell we got a good heart. Even after everything Megan has called me, a pedophile, I still say, look, I feel bad for you. I understand you're in a miserable spot in life. Just let it go and be cool. Just stop the fake shit. And whatever you do, stop listening to haters. I don't care about anything you say bad about us. I'm not mad. And they will tell you, oh, he said that. Stop listening to all their crap. Honestly. Now, I bring it up because it's my little brother. And I'll bring it up as much as I want. Dan, I know, loves me. My dad told me he talked to him. And Dan said he misses me. I miss Dan too. But this petty garbage has to end. You all agree? Alright, super girly it is. Get ready. Super girly. And like I said, anybody that listens to these little people messaging, Emil said this. No, I didn't. He said, even if I did, I'm just mad. Who cares? Stop listening to haters and going live talking bad about someone who never did anything to any of you. And you could destroy your worlds like that. I don't do anything to anyone. All I do is go live, I write all that music. No joke, Abigail, I write all my songs, I do all my freestyle, I do all the clothes, the dress. Emily, we do everything. We don't even go near them. I don't know them, I don't care about these people, when it comes to my little brother, look, Kimber, the reality is, I don't care if I'm a girl, I don't care what I am, that's my little brother, and you could say little, you're only a year apart. Doesn't matter. You are the best creator by far. Thank you, JoJo. That wouldn't be just because you want to see these sexy new heels, would it? Just kidding. Thank you, JoJo. I love you all. Let's dance. Everyone have an amazing night. We're out of here. After this dance, we'll unlock it. We'll give you a cute screenshot, and we're gone. By the way, JoJo, How clever is it? The guitars, the screenshot pointing to your name, the fucking dancing, the everything, the final screenshot of the night. We have grown men imitating the last shot of the night. We have grown men, Abigail, getting dressed up with makeup, saying, "Scoozy, my booty, jiggle, jiggle, jiggles." We have jingles, we have gifting, we have songs, but unlike other TikTokers, we don't use TikToks. We do all our own. We made up our gifting, we made up our song, we do it all. It's all us. And that's unbelievable, right? From one person does all of this. Thanks, Kimber. Yes, this is brand new. Do you guys want a preview of one other top? Do you guys want to see a preview of two other things? I'll show you. Look it. Kimber, look. Jojo. These are one. These are brand new. And these are thigh high. And they are thick. There's a preview of one thing. These are Stitch and Angel. And they are silk. And these are super cute. This is brand new. And this is one of my new little dress tops. Gorgeous. So, all right. Whoops. Here we go. It's dance time. What did you think? Do you like it? And did you like them? Jojo? Cute, right? And you already know how I feel about my shawl. This is the cutest shawl. Look at Tabby. My shawl is gorgeous. It'll always smell like Jules. She smells amazing. Yes, Kimber. And they match a lot of others. And look at Kimber. Brand new. Super tight. You girls know these. We have a bunch of colors. So you're going to see me wear. And you know what's funny? I could wear these leggings and heels and socks. And everyone would still say it looks hot. Now, actually, honey, we're getting off right now. I'm sorry, Callie. We're actually in the end. Yes, Kimber, you're going to see my patty cake. It makes a big mountain. You'll see. Now, we are going to dance for JoJo. Emily has everything. Literally everything. All right. Are you ready? You're embarrassing, Tyler Hordeski. Clever. Except Tyler is 13, and his mother and us would never let Tyler on an adult live at 13. Vanessa is a good mom. So trying to pretend you're my kid, you're a moron. My son wouldn't be on this live at 13. But thank you. Alright guys, everyone have an amazing night. What an awesome live. We did 6.5 hours. We're not even tired. We got a lot of rest yesterday. Remember, you guys are like, how are you up all night? We're not. Even though it's 6.5 hours, people go to work 8 to 10 hours. So that was our whole night. So we're fine. We're born to do this.
DJ, please pick up your phone. I'm on the request line. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive and when yet. It's your primitive and when yet. If you got a big one, let me search it to find out how hard I gotta work. Yeah, it's your primitive and when yet. It's your primitive and when yet. I like to get to know ya so I can show ya. Put a hurtin' on ya like I told ya. Give me all your numbers so I can phone ya. Your girl acting stank, then call me over. Not on the bed, lay me on your sofa. Oh, before you come, I need to shave my cha-cha. You do what you don't, or you will, I won't cha. Go downtown and eat it like a vulture. See my hips, big hips, so cha. See my butt, then my lips don't cha. Lost a few pounds in my waist, oh yeah. It's the kind of beat that go ra-ta-ta. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Sex me so good, I say blah, blah, blah. Work it, I need a glass of water. Boy, oh boy, it's good to know ya. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive and when yet. It's your primitive and when yet. If you got a big one, let me search it to find out how hard I gotta work. Yeah, it's your primitive and when yet. It's your primitive and when yet. If you're a fly gal, get your nails done, get a pedicure, get your hair.
This is it, Nikki. Unless you do another dance, you missed an amazing one. Brand new heels. If you do a dance, I'll do another one.
Wanna be like me, never. You won't find a trick that's even better.
Welcome.
Las Vegas weather. Listen up close while I take it backwards. Oh, I have against the Alice in me, which I'm not a prostitute, but I can give you what you want. I love your phrase and your mouth full of phones. You done away my butt, boom, 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 boom. Keep your eyes on my boom, 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 boom. You think you can handle this? Don't. Take my thumb off and my tail go boom. Put the lights on so you see what I can do. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive and when yet. It's your primitive and when yet. If you got a big one, let me search it to find out how hard I gotta work. Yeah, it's your primitive and when yet. It's your primitive and when yet. Boys, all type of boys. Black, white, Puerto Rican, Chinese boys. Right, Girls, get that cash. If it's 9 to 5, we're shaking it. Ain't no shame, ladies, do your thing. Just make sure you ahead of the game. You know, Mrs. Still super duper, but the Prince couldn't get me, change my name, Papa. Hooter can't tell you slave again, no stop. Picture black saying, oh yes, I'm massa. No. Got a Lamborghini, so I drive faster. Just to make your haters even freaking matter. Admit I'm the shit, name one Nevada. When I drop this record here, it won't even matter. Why you act dumb like, dog? Say you act dumb like, dog. As the drummer boy go, bum. Give you some of that cinnabon. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive and when yet. It's your primitive and when yet.
In my little white stitch, color of the day. Everybody, Nikki, I don't see any of the comments, babe. All right. Everyone have an amazing night. If there's no more dances, Nikki, Kimber, was that cute? Last night I farted, and tonight I did that.
If you live in an older home that has an old heating system and that does not have central air conditioning, we have the perfect solution for you. We can install a whole home mini split system in just 1 day. They're the most advanced.
Look for the new music video for Angels to Exist, acoustic, without screaming. We'll see if you like it as much as the other video. God bless. See you guys Kimber, you all saw the stitch. You should send them to Nikki. I don't think she got the special photos. Mwah! If you subscribe, you can go to the Discord, but I'm sure the haters posted them everywhere. There are new photos in the Discord. Super, super, super hot. Go check them out. Good night, guys. EBJ out. See you guys tonight. Bye, guys. Nikki, what did she say? Yeah, good night, Nikki. Bye, guys. And remember, Jack, I'm going to talk more. I'm going to talk more as Jack tonight. And we're going to see you guys more tonight. Bye, guys. Bye.